Welcome and welcome back. And this is episode 10 of Be Extra, a knitting podcast by Stephanos. Today is Sunday, November 26th, 2023 AD. And I live in New Jersey, in the United States. So, if you also live in the United States, you have had hopefully you had a good break, a good Thanksgiving break. Hopefully you ate good food. I hope you also spend time with your loved ones, whether it's your family or your friends or, you know, whoever. Uh, I guess I can share my knitting project and also some highlights from my Thanksgiving break. So we from work we have day off since Thursday, and I'm coming back, tomorrow Monday. So Thursday I did not have any plan. I did not plan to cook anything or um, um, attend any dinner event. So I just went with a friend to um, a Chinese place or restaurant and near my house. It's about 2 miles away, so I biked there. I actually was happy I biked there because we ate a lot and we stayed in the restaurant for I think almost 2 hours. Um, let's see, hold on. And yeah, and we had early dinner, but it was already still dark. But my bike, I did have a bike light and all that, so it was, and there was no traffic on the street. I love how quiet the area is because it's a college town where I live. Um, so there's not a lot of people during the Thanksgiving break. So yeah, so that was Thursday. Now Friday was amazing. If you notice, there's this guy behind me right here, the Nutcracker. So I went to Lincoln Center in New York City to see a ballet, the Nutcracker Ballet by the choreographer is George Balanchine, and this is the New York City Ballet um, group, and it's kind of like my tradition to go see the Nutcracker Ballet right after Thanksgiving. So basically, they started, they will start having this Nutcracker Ballet performance the day after Thanksgiving, which is the Friday, and then it will run for, I don't know, is it 2 weeks, a week? To me, it's a good ballet performance to check out. Um, yeah, and before I go into what I was wearing, because I did highlight some of my, or was wearing some of my knitwear. Um, actually mostly knit accessories. I I I do like to go over, like the Nutcracker and what I like about it. First, the music, Tchaikovsky. It's just the Nutcracker. Tchaikovsky music is really, I think it's magical if you're into classical music. And on top of that, it is a huge production every year. If you've been to the Balanchine Nutcracker in New York, they have, I'm looking at the website, they have 90 dancers, 62 musicians, 40 stagehands, and more than 125 children, because it is a children story of Christmas. So there are a lot of casts who are children from the School of American Ballet that joined the New York City Ballet. So uh, children, all over New York City, of all ages, they have the chance to perform in this. So the place, the theater is called David H. Koch Theater in the Lincoln Center, and the the staging of it is just uh, amazing. One of the highlights was the Christmas tree when they open up the uh, open the stage. You see a huge tree that already filled the whole stage of the ballet theater. However, well, I don't know if I don't know if it's a secret if somebody has not seen it, but let me just say that is not the actual size of the tree. If you will go see the performance, you will know what I mean by that. And then of course the costumes. So the costumes is by Karinska and masks by Lawrence Flatty. And I think the my favorite part of the Nutcracker comes on the second act. So the first act is more about the telling of like the general story, basically what is happening in Nutcracker. So in Nutcrackers, there's in the opening act, you will see this family getting ready for a gathering in their house, and they have two kids, and they're waiting for their family friends to come over, and everyone brings their kids. So there are multiple families who came to their, I guess, dinner or gathering, and so that there are a lot of kids, and they were prepared by having a lot of like toys, because it is set around the Christmas time in this story, and one of the toys is the Nutcracker. And one of the main family children, which is Marie, she at the end of the party, everyone left, she fell asleep, and then she had a dream of mice attacking her house, and all the toys, the wooden toys that they got during the party, came alive in her dream, and they fought the mice. And she threw one of her slippers to the king mouse, and the king mouse died during the fight, in her dream, and then she had a help from a prince. Wait, did she? No, no, no. The Nutcracker helped her during the fight, and turn out, after the Mouse King died, the Nutcracker revealed himself. He is actually a prince. So apparently he had a curse by the Mice King. We don't know why, but because Marie was able to help him fight the mice and the Mouse King, they broke the curse. So, uh, you know, and that's the whole first act. So there's not a lot of ballet in the first act because it was a lot about like theatrical performance by you know there was, I guess, there was a group choreographed that was set for the whole parents with their kids, but it's really not like a typical ballet that you would think when you hear ballet. Anyway, so that's the first act, right? And then the second act is a celebration. It's still in Marie's like a dream where the prince take her, or yeah, take them to like a, what is it, if somebody knows, like a sugar plum forest or something. Anyway, they're in this forest. There are a lot of creatures that are happy that they're alive, so they celebrate them by dancing for them. Everyone dances and everyone has their own dance, and this is my favorite part. So I love, I guess, I don't speak French, sorry, but there is the pas de deux, like the duet dance or the solo dance of the different. So there is the sugar plum fairy, and there is the hot chocolate from Spain, and there is the Chinese tea group, and there is the coffee from Arabia, and the candy canes, and my favorite. So my favorite. Before I get there, yeah, there's the marzipan, there's the mother ginger. Mother ginger is a huge. I wish like a drag queen who does ballet would one day perform as a mother ginger, or I wish there would be like a drag queen version of Nutcracker. That would be funny. Anyway, and then the flowers. There's the waltz of the flowers, and then at the end there's the sugar plum fairy and the cavalier and all the grand, like dance. But my favorite is actually the candy cane solo. So if everyone has watched or seen it, you know what the dance is. It's really acrobatic, less ballet. I guess typical ballet technique. But there's the like the hula hoop, and everyone is wearing like a candy cane color theme unitard, or like what do you call it? Like a onesie. I don't know what they call it. Anyway, so for the solo, for the dance, the candy cane is my favorite. The pas de deux, I of course the sugar plum fairy pas de deux at the end. Um, but for the costume, I always like the hot chocolate group from Spain costume, because their velvet hot chocolate costume is having contrast with their socks, which are jewel tone. So I don't know. if you have a chance to go see it, anyway, if you had a chance to go see ballet, I mean the Nutcrackers by the Nutcracker, Balanchine's Nutcracker, you should go see it. Anyway, yes. So, uh, I will put a picture here of what I was wearing. So, I was, as you can see, that is me in front of the Lincoln Center and also in David H. Koch Theater, which is right next to the Metropolitan Museum of Art. And then there's the well-known not waterfall, water fountain. And if you watched, was it Black Swan? The movie like 10, 15 years ago. I mean, there's, you know that water fountain. So I was wearing, the first one is this cable hat. So I'm not gonna take it off, but I will show it. So this cable hat is you know, I made I made the pattern myself. I did not follow anything, but because I was making all this cable, what do you call this thing, mittens, a couple weeks ago, I am in love of this seed stitch as you can see here, that is framed by the cable. So that's the idea that I have here. So there's this cable, but then there's this seed stitch here. And I make it really big because I have a huge head, and I like it. I think I explained about this in the previous few episodes, what I want to do, and also the reason why I made this, because I lost my Alaska hat, so I had to replace it because it's getting cold outside. And I'm using I use Myak Medium Yak Baby Yak. I also explained about it in the previous episode, and it's so amazing. It's so warm. It was really cold last night and windy during the ballet. So to get there, I had to take path, train, and subway from Jersey. So, so all this woolen and cashmere accessories really helped me to stay warm. So the second item that I was wearing is my. I'm really proud of it. It has turned out to be, I would say, my best knit ever. Why? Because I would not think I would ever knit using lace weight and make a lace shawl and also using pure cashmere. I had a chance to try this out, meaning I purchased it when I was in Italy, Venice. This is 100% cashmere by this yarn store in the middle of Venice, and I decided to just make up like a lace pattern for a shawl, and I cannot afford to buy more than one. Well, I don't want to spend money more than one skein for this. So it's one of those one skein travel, purchase that that you do when you are somewhere, but you want to have like a memento. So, but it works. It's what I figured out is this thing is so warm. So I mentioned this. It was really. Um, okay, Nutcracker. Let's take a let's pose. Okay. Anyway, it turned out to be so warm that I had no issue because I was just wearing thin sweater inside my blazer. But even having a blazer out on top of my sweater, I can still feel the wind going through the blazer. But this area, amazing, amazing. Now I know what you know pure cashmere is all about, because I thought this thing will not do anything because it's so thin, it's so open with the lace. No, it was nice. So one of my, I would say my best knit ever so far. And the third one, I mean the third item that I was wearing, I don't have it right now because I am washing it like right away. I wash it. Is my hand knit lace socks. So that's what happened during the Thanksgiving break. Saturday and Sunday, or Saturday, I was biking around the town and just drinking coffee, making coffee. And then actually, I made pizza dough, and I'm doing fermentation for 24 hours, thinking I will do the pizza today, but it is raining outside since 2 o'clock. And I was raking the leaves the whole, like morning today after I got up. So I I finished raking the leaves maybe at 1:30 or 2, and then I had a quick lunch, and then it started raining. So I don't know if it will stop. It's already 5:38. I don't know when it will stop the rain. If it stops in an hour, I might still make my pizza. Oh, the reason is because I have a pizza oven outside. It's Uni pizza oven. It can go up to 900 Fahrenheit pretty quickly, or it can go up to 900 Fahrenheit, so that you only need a minute or two to cook your pizza. And it's really amazing because it's Napolitano style pizza, with all this bubble coming up from the pizza dough. And for the pizza dough, I optimize a recipe from the flour, water, salt, yeast by Ken Forkish. Yeah, Ken Forkish. So, but from this book. And I'm using, let's see, 60% hydration. So if you have the book, you'll know, or if you make pizza dough, you know what that means. I had to switch to my laptop camera because my Canon DSLR camera's battery went out, and I just cannot find where I placed my charger last time. Anyway, let me just finish this recording because it's getting too late. So, work in progress. Last time I mentioned that once I finished working on the smaller projects, you know, like the gift knits. I want to go back to my sweater. So I went ahead. So on Thanksgiving, I kicked up this beautiful yarn that I got from Wool and Folk 2023 from Flora Adora Fiber. This is non-superwash merino wool, and this is naturally dyed. I forgot with which plant for this, but anyway, I'm going to read the information. So this is it. This is Flora Adora Fibers, naturally dyed yarns. Sorry, it is 87 wool, 13 viscose. And this is khaki, I guess, the color. I it has become my one of my favorite yarn. Anyway, so if you followed my previous episode, I'm sure you have, heard of me talking about my plan with this yarn. That I want to have like some sort of, cable that is asymmetric in design. So because I continue making this, cable with seed stitch in the gift knit, I decided to just design something with exaggerated seed stitch and cable motif, but like a simple cable motif with exaggerated sit stitch. So this is the back side of it. So you can see here, I start with, sit stitch that is offset. So the center line is right here. So I offset it because I just want to make something that is not having a symmetrical pattern. And here you can see the stitch, or the seat stitch, is framed by this cable, and now I'm going to meet the cables somewhere here, and then have the cabling the cable cabling, and then go back out. So it's going to be like a frame, something like this, something exactly like this, but it's exaggerated. And in the front, it's something similar, but I'm not yet doing the traveling of the cable. I'm just still doing it like a straight column down, and I put some cables here. And I'll put more cables before I start, framing the sit stitch by moving or traveling the cable. And what I love about this yarn is I did not know the confetti birthday cake effect of the tweed. You see how, this color, the confetti kind of color all over the sweater now, and I decided to call it my birthday sweater because my birthday is coming up, the first week of December, and I think I can finish it. I'm almost at as you can see, this is my, where the sleeve separation should occur. So maybe I'm a couple of rows prior to separating for sleeve. And then once I separate for sleeve, I will continue with the body and then finish with the sleeves. So the sleeves is just gonna be basic. It's just stockinette, but I will place the elbow patch the leather elbow patch that I got from the yarn store up north, like New York, upstate New York, a couple of weeks ago. So it's gonna be amazing. And then the front and the back is just gonna have the seat stitch all the way down, and then I will just finish it with ribbing. And this I started with professional cast on because I don't know how much uh, of coverage around my neck I want. So later on, if I don't like how open it is, I can just continue, pick up the stitches, and then continue, and then maybe I double or fold the neck ribbing and see where I want that to finish. So that's pretty much it. That's what I'm. So it's not bad for 3 days, almost sleeve separation. Hopefully I will finish it before my birthday, and I will let you know. But before I go, I would like to introduce, because while we're in close to the holiday season, where we will start seeing a lot of red, white, green color, I designed this sweater back in 2021. The pattern here resembles motif that one would find on a woven garment that people make in the southern part of Sumatra. And why did I decide to use that pattern or that garment as my motivation or my inspiration? Well, back in 2011 or 12, 2011, my sister got married, and my mom came over from Indonesia. Her wedding was in Texas. I was in Long Island, New York, doing my postdoc at that time in a national laboratory in Long Island. So I went to Texas. My mom flew in from Sumatra, Indonesia. My little sister, I think she was either in Switzerland or Taiwan. She works for a big elevator company. Anyway, and my sister who got married just told us, what to wear, depending on what we were tasked, because my little sister was tasked on singing throughout the wedding, and then I was tasked on doing accompanying on the piano. I play piano and organ throughout when I was a little kid, all the way up until high school. So it was not a big deal. And they were not having, so they got married in a Catholic church in San Antonio. And anyway, so they were able to have, family as, like the singer, the musician, music or instrument player, which is the piano in there. Anyway, my mom was told to, come up with whatever, dress that she would like to wear. But my sister loved purple. So purple was the color theme. So my mom, I will try to find a picture that is appropriate to share with on YouTube. So maybe I will not share their faces, but the garment that she made or she has is really amazing. That she had it made or handmade from South Sumatra, a couple months before the wedding, and it is using silk thread and gold thread to make a motif that is really well known in South Sumatra. And the motif, if you zoom in the motif, I will put a picture, and then if you zoom in into the motif that she has on her shawl, you will see this. So basically, this is the motif that is exactly on her gown for my sister wedding. And why did I do that? Because I just think it is so classic, like a classic Indonesian woven garment motif that I want to have on my sweater. And this is alpaca. The red one is alpaca, but this is actually gray. The gray one is wool. I know a lot of people don't like to mix fabric or a material. I don't mind. I also, when I was using this alpaca, that's my first time using alpaca, and people says alpaca will grow. So I was making it one size, not one size smaller, but zero positive, zero ease. So that if it grows, it will get the positive ease that I want. And also, I feel like the wool is all over this, because it's an all over color work, is kind of keeping the structure of the alpaca, not so it hasn't grown on me. And this is so warm. And why did I decide to highlight this? Because the color is pretty. Every time I wear this, people will just say, oh, you're bringing the Christmas, whatever vibe. So I try to wait until December to wear this, but I already worn it. I have worn it. So yesterday during my Italian class, I have worn this thing, and it's just amazing. Anyway, I think that's all I want to share for now. I will go back to this birthday sweater, and hopefully, I don't know if, let's see. Oh, yes. So, I'm not sure I will be able to record next week because, again, it will get so busy at work and also outside of work. I have a couple of tickets for next weekend. So I have Jinx and Ben de la Creme. There are two drag queens who are doing their tour, and this is their Christmas tour. So I got a ticket. We'll go with a friend from here, and I also have a ticket for Madonna. Yes, Madonna. Yeah, so we also got a ticket for Madonna, and there will be Bob the Drag Queen in Madonna's concert. So maybe so that's December 2nd. Oh, also I will have a latte art class in the coffee house in my neighborhood. On Saturday, right after my Thailand class. So I don't know if I will have time to oh shoot. Sorry. Drop a stitch because I did not pay attention. Pay attention, people. You might drop a stitch or two. But it's not a big deal. You just keep going. You just fix it. Anyway, so there will be that class also after the Italian class. Anyway, it's just gonna be busy. So maybe I will get back to recording in 2 weeks before I go to Indonesia. Now, once I get to my vacation, I will start to do the recording in a blogging style, meaning I'm not going to be sitting here because I will be traveling. So I will take some recordings here and there, and then I will stitch them up and then put them as an update from me during my holiday. So that's it for now. Until the next time, be extra, be proud, be brave with your knitting, not being arrogant, but just celebrate your creativity. And yeah, I guess I'll see you next time. Bye.